Hey YouTube, I was doing a live stream last night. No, well, just a little bit hangover, but I did touch on this guitar. I never actually played it for very long. I don't think the sound quality is quite the same on the live stream. So watch that, it's quite funny anyway. Yeah, so this is, I built this like 8 years ago, something like that, back in the day when I didn't have as many guitars. So I kind of built the ones that I couldn't afford to buy. One of them being a Firebird, because I think even the Gibson, there was a cheap Gibson one at the time for like 500 or 600, something like that, and then you get the Epiphone one, which is still like 300-400s, and then that was kind of the only options. So I drew around my pal's Thunderbird bass onto a piece of kitchen worktop and cut it out like this. This neck is from a Hondo 2 left-handed neck. The only downside about the left-handed neck is the fret dots to tell you what fret you're on. These ones here are on this side, not on the top, so I've kind of had to, basically I've just poked wee holes so I can see where I am. I might put something a little bit more elaborate in there, maybe like drill a slightly bigger hole, stick a bit of plastic rod in and cut it off. I've not really thought about how to do it, and to be honest, just poking holes with a dart is enough for me to see it, so that's fine. Yeah, so this is prime quality beach kitchen worktop that I spent forever sanding to get it as shiny as this. I kind of didn't really learn my lesson on this base here, which was the same idea. It's quite easy to cut it out, you know, cutting it out and putting routing it for the pickup stuff isn't that bad, but it's the actual, if you polish it long enough, you can get it to be, you know, super, well, kind of, I suppose it's kind of quite IKEA-y looking. I've not made back plates for it yet. Only one knob. It's a full-size cavity, so I should probably maybe put some more knobs in it. The reason I never really continued on with this was I didn't have a spring for this Bigsby. I had this great idea, it was just going to be a stop tail piece, you know, like a wraparound, and then a pickup switch, volume control, pure simple. But I ended up getting this Bigsby off my pal for nothing. It's just a cheapy one, it's not a real Bigsby, it's like a Chinese one. And I hated the Bigsby. It wasn't until later on. I talked about this in the first 5 minutes of the live stream, so I'm not really going to talk about it, but it's got Warman humbucker pickup, mini humbuckers in it, and I just fitted a roller bridge. These strings are many years old. They are elixirs though, so it should be alright. Didn't really take that much work to make it play. A little bit of work in the nut, general just cleaning it, putting more screws. The pickups were held on with one screw. So this is really more of a sort of sound demo, even though I've managed to talk for 3 minutes before it even starts. So here we go, using my Laney VC15 through that cabinet, and at present there are no pedals on, and when I do turn pedals on I'll tell you what they are. So, clean bridge pickup, because many humbuckers have kind of their own sound. Both of them. Seems to be a wee bit spanky around about here. But that, you can't really judge a guitar on strings that are possibly up to like 8 or 9 years old. Neck pickup. I've had a shot of a guitar with a Bixby and to understand what it is. I've got a Yamaha guitar that's got mini humbuckers in it, and I've also had a shot of a Firebird. So my approach to it has changed since I got it. When I got it, when I built it, I was kind of expecting it to be like my Ibanez Destroyer. It's a heavy metal guitar. That's what a Firebird is. It's the mini humbuckers, even the vibe is very much more, in my mind, this, what I'm playing just now. I'm going to put on the Washburn Stack in a Box pedal for a little bit of distortion, not too much. Guitar I've got that's got a Bixby. I think it's the only guitar I've ever actually owned that's ever had a Bixby, so I've not learned how to use it yet. I never ever used delay. Never used tremolo either, but these are, for some reason I want to press these buttons on this guitar. Not enough a lot of tremolo there. fuzz space clone. This one was doing the spitty thing, it was the other pedal. The handmade super fuzz was oh yeah. Appears to be sort of returning to tune. Mind you, I've not been going mental with the Bixby. Yeah, so actually just having a wee shot of it there, kinda that wee tune, if you want to call it that, kinda wrote itself. I've kinda, because of, as I said, I've now got this preconception of what a Firebird is and what I think it should be, and for me it's that kind of laid back. I was seeing, it's maybe not Eaglesy, but a sort of driving along the highway type thing, you know, cool wind in your hair, smelling colitas, whatever they are. So I really just need to spend some time working on this. It just needs really, I need to put new strings on it, these ones are pure old, and I need to make back plates. I'm not yet decided what I'm going to do with the controls. I mean, one knob just doesn't look right, so I mean I don't really need tones on it, but I just kind of feel it would look better if I had more knobs maybe. Really impressed with these mini humbucker pickups. I was not, actually when I originally built this I put Ibanez pickups in it, like V7 and V8s, and I was very wrong for this guitar, and then that was when I started having issues. I put these in, and although they were connected up, they were very quickly connected up and only held in with one screw, and I think by that point I was just sick bored of the Bixby, especially since I never actually had a spring. I did buy a spring at some point in the last 5 years, as well as the roller bridge, which I think has helped things. To be honest, I think the bridge I had on it kind of rocked a bit. It didn't really fit on the post, it was just one I had lying about, So I think that was kind of, as soon as when you use the Bigsby, the whole bridge kind of leant over a bit, and it just, the whole thing was just hideous. But the roller one really seems to have done the trick on this. I did have to do quite a lot of adjustment on it to make it actually play. I had to take off some of the saddles and spin them around 90 degrees. But these Warman mini humbuckers, which I need to, for some reason that one's sitting at an angle like that. I need to have a look at why it's doing that. It might not be, there might be, maybe the routing behind it's not going in deep enough or something like that. That's annoying me. But I mean the sound, especially when you get both of them on, I think it sounds... There's definitely something. Something a little bit in there. Okay. No, it's I'll just undo the truss rod a little bit. It's totally straight, that's what happens when you can't really seem to find anything else wrong, and it's like it's just. You can already hit the string softly. It's just got that wee everywhere, just that, and that's because this neck is when you hold down the first fret and the last fret, it's the string is just lying across the frets. So that means when you hit a note, all these it just interferes. So you need to have a bit of relief in it. As I was saying there, I think these mini humbuckers really work and clean. And I think maybe part of the reason I'm getting on with it so well just now is because of that Yamaha. I've got a Yamaha AES or an AEX 520, which is a kind of sort of jazz type looking guitar. Mini humbuckers. It's like a big Les Paul, sort of semi-hollow, and it's got this thing as well where it's really annoying me now that I'm aware of the fact that next two straight I can hear it just being that thing, but they really kick it on clean, which humbuckers I always feel when you're playing humbuckers, maybe it's something to do with my amp, the V-Valve amp. Humbucker just don't really cut it clean on my amp or the way I play. I just feel they're always a bit that's why I like putting coil splits in humbuckers, because that means if you use a single coil you get a much more jangly tone. These mini humbuckers seem to have that sort of jangly tone, especially in the middle position, but they're really nice. I'm going to lower this neck one a little bit. As I said, this guitar is not finished, it just needs some bits to complete it out on new strings and straighten out the neck, but it's actually playing really well. I'm really enjoying it, even with the overly straight neck. So once I've just released that a bit, I bet you this is an absolute belter. I was actually really surprised, because I mean I mentioned this 2 months ago, or maybe even before Christmas. I did a video called Projects, and this was one of the ones that I dug out. It's actually, I dug it out of the attic maybe 6 months ago, and I keep looking at it. I'll get round to it, It wasn't really that much work. All I really did was put the bridge on, and then tune it up, and then give the frets a bit of a polish, and then I sorted the nut, cut the nut a bit better. That's really all I did, and I was amazed. It actually sounds pretty good to start with. So the tone mood in this case is, as I said, Beach Kitchen Worktop from the Kitchen Worktop series. The Kitchen Worktop series current is sitting at just 3 guitars, all a bit mad. So you get the double neck there. That's the Star Destroyer Mark II, or the Super Star Destroyer. The previous one was green and was more of an experiment, wasn't as rounded, didn't spend as much time sanding it, but I sold it. So that was Mark II, which has got humbuckers, more pickups, and it's a bit more sanded. And I use better quality stuff because the concept works so well. I've got a 6-string Telecaster bass, which is like a Fender 6, apart from it's a Telecaster bass hardtail. It's really good. It needs some sort of polishing. All I did with that was give it a quick varnish. So I should really, if I can be bothered, polish it up to look like this. I think it's Beach as well. And then this one, Kitchen Worktop series, Malko branded. I don't think the double neck never got the sticker on it. I think I did actually buy it. It was because it was black stickers. It's got sort of dark coloured headstock. I think I did actually buy silver stickers at one point. Yeah, so rock on. I'm going to go pick up a guitar. That's why I'm doing this video a little bit early. It's a little bit unrehearsed, like I've ever rehearsed anything. If I've ever rehearsed anything. As soon as I start rehearsing, I just get lost. So just hit record, wing it. Really enjoyed the live stream last night. Got a bit pissed as usual. That's Scottish pissed, as in a bit drunk. I was enjoying my Magnum and my Eldorado. probably a little bit too much. I sort of started getting a bit animated and a bit sweaty, so that was kind of why I ended it. I kind of tried to make it like an hour long, but I mean, to be honest, I could have gone on all night. I might maybe go on a bit longer next week if it's just... I've now kind of worked out a bit better how to use the chat thing. Yep, and the nut just arrived for the yellow base, so probably doing a video this afternoon in the car. Not a trade Tuesday, but not really part of the series. I swapped a guitar a few months ago with my pal Scott, and I swapped it for 2 guitars, and one of them I forgot to pick up, or he never looked it out or something. It's a vintage SG, so I'm kind of, that's in the bag. I'm kind of needing it. I swapped it for something before, and then all this lockdown stuff, so I've just not been able to see him. It's more my fault. It's like I forgot to ask him for it. Just ended up went in and it was there for about 3 hours, just as what sometimes happens. Then I forgot what it was. I forgot to pick up what it was I actually went to get. So rock on, catch you later, and maybe a bit of a Trade Tuesday tomorrow, but not Trade Tuesday Series 2. I think I need to start off with a bit more oomph in that, so it's like a sort of a solitary episode. And then that bass coming up later on. Rock on, catch you later. Subscribe and like and click the button, bell thing. Rock it.